Hey guys, welcome to a new video. This one is gonna be a banger. I'm a little bit scared, but I'm also very excited. Today, what we're getting into is one Hayabusa V8 powered Mini, as you've seen, and one bomb shop, my workshop, at my place, which we're calling the bombing range. For the first time ever, we're gonna use the hill climb that we built here, which I'm really, really excited about. So not only am I driving this car, but I'm driving it on the course we built here to test whatever cars we build. Now, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be playing with the exhaust of this car because I drove it for the very first time indoors at NEC Arena in a video you've probably already seen. And I wasn't that happy with how it sounded. Now, the thing is absolutely wild, absolutely crazy, but I just don't think the noise that it produces lines up with how it feels when I drive it. For people on the outside, for me it's insane, but I want it to sound as crazy on the outside as it feels for me to drive it on the inside. So, because this car has technically like a Formula 1 style V8, it's only a 2.7 litre, very small capacity, but extremely high revving. It revs to 11,000 RPM. It's really little, but what that means is it should sound like a old school F1 car. It has the DNA to be like that. So I think the exhaust system and the way it's laid out is the reason why it doesn't sound that crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be testing different systems here. We're making them in the workshop and we're gonna be testing them. So this should be very, very exciting. The first stage is how it was. So there's 8 cylinders. So the 8 cylinders all come out of the engine, the 4 on each side join to 2. So then that's 8 to 4. Then those 2 join again to 1. So it's 8, 4, 2, and that's how it finishes, right? So it's 8 out of the engine, into 4, into 2, and then it had 2 separate tailpipes, which basically means both bank of the V8 are completely independent and the noise doesn't affect one another. So it really does sound like 2 twin engines. It sounded very similar to my twin engine Hayabusa Mini. So I want to make a difference with that. So test 1 is how it was. Test 2 is going to be joining those 2 exhaust systems together. So what we're going to do is where the 2 exit the car, we're going to X-pipe them, which basically means we join the 2 pipes together so that the noises blend. And then hopefully we get all 8 cylinders in one sound rather than 2 sets of 4. Now, that'll also be unsilenced because I think ultimately the car can just be louder. So we're going to go for no silencers on this one.
We are straight piping the V8 Mini. Yeah. I'm just Ollie's bitch. Yeah, I'm just feeding Ollie's pipe. You just get an entry, mate? Yeah. Why?
I don't know, because it's fucking one art throughput. So I got this cut, that's why.
Oh. Right, it's a funny story, camera. I broke Ollie's Furic cup. I broke it. So now everything that goes wrong, it's because he doesn't have his cup anymore.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So now I've got to clean his pipes. The X pipe is now done, Ollie's finished that, and it looks sick.
Right guys, we are about to start the car for the very, very first time. You've seen what we've done to the exhaust. We've X-piped it with these crazy wild tailpipes. It looks absolutely awesome with the body on. So, without further ado, should we hear it? I don't know if you hear it. We're going to start it up, let it warm up, but then we're going to move it around outside the buildings. So when we rev it up, it's not in a tight space because I think it's going to be very loud and will resonate off of the buildings. So we're going to start it now, and while it's warming up, take it to a more of an open space so we can give it a rev. Yep. 3, up. Really excited to see how it sounds when it revs. It's absolutely crazy on idle, so yeah, I think it's going to be quite wild. Right guys, this is the moment of truth, the moment I think you've all been waiting for. It's definitely the moment I've been waiting for. The Mini with the Hayabusa V8 engine in it, but now with this new addition of an X-pipe in the tailpipe with the teardrop shape, so it not only looks awesome, but we're about to find out if it sounds awesome. The thing's the most badass car ever anyway, and if this changes the exhaust note like I think it will, it's gonna be even wilder. Should we try it? I'm ready, let's check it out. Oh my God, not only does it sound absolutely crazy, like it's loud, obviously because we made it straight through, but where it X-pipes now, you can hear all 8 cylinders, just like we hoped, and it sounds way higher pitched as well. So it's louder, it's more revvy, and just to add it, which I didn't even think about, I saw flames coming outside. So as I'm sat in there revving it, I saw fire, which fire is one of my favorite things out of the exhausts. Success, win, let's go drive it. I'm ready, if you're ready, let's do it.
Put them in the dirt, say it again, man, and that's a reverse. Never rehearse, jumping in first. Call up the nurse, put the beat in the hearse. This is absurd, take a berserk. Don't get on the tracks, man, and they better swerve. Don't got a nerve, man, I never curse. Just casting these spells when I'm spelling these words.
A few moments later. Days later.
Right guys, we weren't happy with the last one. That's where the third system comes in. So we're really going for it on the next one. What we are going to try and do is we're going to do an 8 to 4 to 1, which is basically all 8 cylinders into 4 and then putting that all into one massive pipe. So all the noise blends together and gives us that one shockingly loud and hopefully super high note from the tailpipe. We don't know if it's going to work, it's a big gamble. I've got the idea from a load of my friends in the US that have been doing it recently on their drift cars at Formula Drift. Sounds insane. Their cars rev to like 7,000 or 8,000. This one revs to over 11. So we're really hoping this is going to be the configuration or design that's going to give us that crazy pitch noise that we're looking for. Here goes nothing. He's doing it right now. All right, he's done it. He's on lap 2. You don't have to keep going on it. Doesn't matter. He can cut into. You know, you've got to keep going. Not only are we going for the 8 to 4 to 1 system, we're also adding another variation into the mix, which is we're switching materials. So we've done stainless. The 8 to 4 is stainless. But from the 4 The 1 is going to be Inconel. So the Inconel allows us to go super thin wall thickness, and we've gone for a 3.5-inch diameter. So the idea there is it should give us that crazy, tingy, high, loud noise pitched you get from like a titanium exhaust system. Inconel is basically similar but more motorsporty, if you want to put it like that. It allows us to go really, really thin. But yeah, adding Inconel in should also be that next step of wildness, craziness. Who knows? It's all one big gamble.
So, Billy's missed most of the first bit of the video. Shock, he didn't get out of bed quick enough. Bless him. Woke up 20 past 12. Oh, sorry boys. But, new addition to the V8 Mini. We weren't happy with the straight pipe going out the side. With the X pipe, it needs to be longer to get the better sound. She's going to be a 3.5-inch exit from a 4:1, which is so cool. It was 8 4:1, because it's 8, then 4:1. Straight out the back, bosh. Whole 3.5-inch pipe. So yeah, getting that done.
This was like, rah, rah, and I was like, woo, woo! Yeah, like really loud. Oliver knows exactly what he's doing. It's going to work perfectly. He's assured me, assured me that this is the layout that's going to work.
I put a disclaimer on everything.
I did. Yeah, I can't see any reason why it shouldn't work.
In theory.
Maybe, in theory. Yeah. This is going to be heavier or lighter, do you think? We're never going to know, because Ollie cut it all up.
Yeah. He's not like cut it up now, I've got to do it, haven't I?
Got them all tacked up now, and ready to do the final welds, and then it'll be on to the single 3.5-inch out the back. But fought us a little bit, but we got there in the end. So just a lot of welding to do now. We'll go back to you when that's all done. Who's wearing my jacket?
Welding.
Just starting on to the single piece 3.5-inch section, making this out of Inconel. So never welded Inconel before, and we're running out of gas, so not a great combination, but we're making do. So having to sacrifice on the purge and the sort of like gas lens coverage, but we're getting there. Don't come out too bad, but Bill don't zoom in too much, so we'll leave it at that distance. But that's the first section made to there, and then we're just going to make another one. 90 to come out the back there, so that's the plan on that one
anyway. Right guys, this is the one that I've been waiting for, and hopefully the one that you've all been waiting for too. We have finished the 841 unsilenced system. Now, this one brings all of the noise together in 4 pipes, so it's obviously 8 here, each side, to 2 each side, so that's 4, into this 4:1 collector. But the most important part about this is all stainless steel. When we get to here, this is Inconel. The Inconel is super, super thin and should give us a really tight ring. This is the one I'm most excited about, listening to all the FD cars, Formula Drift. Got a lot of friends that race Formula Drift in America. Some of them have been trying this new setup, which is the 841, and it sounds crazy. So I was watching the video the other day, and I got the idea, and here we are now. We don't know what it's gonna sound like. Let's find out. I'm gonna drive it as hard and as fast as I can up that hill climb, which just can I point out, is very, very fun. And yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, if this doesn't work, I don't think we're going to get the result we wanted out of it, but fingers crossed it does. So let's go drive it. How it's going to sound yet, but one thing for sure is it's loud. It's very loud. You can slightly hear the notes are joining now rather than before, but until we rev it, we won't know. But the first check of this is noise is loud.
That's so crazy.
Right guys, the moment of truth is here, right now. You've heard it in the workshop, you've seen our reaction, the thing sounds absolutely insane now. I'm really, really hoping that we've gotten the sound we wanted. There is only one way to find out, and that is rip this thing as hard as I can, like I do. So I'm going to jump in the car and go for our very, very first test drive. Let's see how it sounds.
Oh.
That is absolutely insane. I don't know what it sounded like for you. Let me get out quickly. I don't know what it sounded like for you, but from inside the car, it sounds absolutely crazy. I think we've cracked it. I don't know for sure until I've heard what you just saw, but from inside the car, it sounds like he's banging off the trees all around me, and the note is just crazy. For me, I think it's full F1 noise. Let me know what you think for sure, but I think we've cracked it. I really do. This is savage. Just look at it. I was like, yeah, this is f***ing mobbing. I did a start in third gear start, straight to fourth gear, because I've been messing around, banging up the rev limiter, which sounds horrible, and it's not great for the engine, but I couldn't help it. Like, it's got so much power, it just wants to hit the rev limiter. So I thought I'm just gonna go for loads more gears. So I started in third, did a standing start, straight into fourth gear, and it paused it, and just, that run was wild. That was fast. Scary. Don't do that at home, kids. Not good, not safe. I feel guilty, sorry. I reckon I'm doing 100, 110 mile out that hill. Just, you feel the front wheels just touching every now and then. All up the hill, just dancing, like f***ing dangerous really. But all for that shot. I would not lift until I was gone past Teo. Even if I was out of control, I was like, cannot lift. I've not gone past Teo yet. Must stay full throttle. Must stay. And he's like going up, he's walking back like up the hill like, whoa! And I'm like, I must stay full throttle. There's no way I'm gonna be decelerating past him. Have to be full gas. As awesome as this is, we will only be able to use this for making videos and doing demos, which is cool, but they will not let me race with this. If I go anywhere near a racetrack, I will get banned for life. So we're gonna have to put a silencer in here and then just try it. So what we'll do now is Ollie's done, Ollie's completed it, it's finished, awesome, sick, but we're gonna have to try a silencer. So Ben is gonna put a silencer in, another tailpipe so we can swap it from here to here, and then we'll be trying that one next. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna try and silence it down a little bit. We're gonna have to wait and see if adding the silencer keeps the noise or if it loses the noise. It might make it a little bit less angry, but it also might just kill it. It might just kill the note completely. Like, I'm really looking for that like high frequency ring, like Ferrari F1 sort of sound. And it might kill it, it might not. Let's try. What can go wrong? I shouldn't say that. Right, for our fourth and hopefully the final test, we added a silencer into the straight pipe section in the rear. This is the 8 to 4 to 1 with silencer, Still 3.5-inch tailpipe, still looks exactly the same. Probably a little bit quieter, hopefully a little bit quieter. Maybe a bit smoother, maybe not. This really is a gamble. So it's definitely quieter, which is a good thing. At idle, we ain't really gonna know what difference it's gonna make. It's definitely quieter, but until we let the thing rip, we won't know the effect it's had. So let's let it warm up, and then we'll take it for a little sneaky test drive. Right, it's hard for me to tell you, to be honest, because I've got to wait to see what you saw. Because from the inside, it sounds pretty much always the same. Without a helmet on, it just sounds mental every time I drive it. I think that we lost the ring, so actually the bonus round failed and we've gone backwards. But that's okay, because we needed to do it anyway, because we've got to be able to do it to race. And I'm very happy with how it sounded with the straight through pipe on it. We might even have to go back and do it again. Right, we made it. I feel like we sussed it. We ticked our goal. This car sounds insane. It sounds as close to an F1 car as we could ever have hoped for. Here's a quick clip to show you what it sounds like with all the different test exhausts. So guys, I had an amazing time making this video. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. This thing is absolute pure insanity. We've loaded it up, we've tested it here at the bombing range. It smashed the hill climb, which there's more to come with that. That thing's sick driving up there. But to hear it properly now, we've got to get it to a track. So we've loaded it up onto the most average tow car you could possibly imagine. We've loaded it up and we're going to head to the track. So without further ado, let's take this mini F1 car sounding V8 to the racetrack. It's a gamble. It might work, it might not work, but here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. He's doing it right now. All right, he's done it. He's on lap 2. You don't have to keep going on it. Doesn't matter. He can cut into. You ain't got to keep going. Nice. Look at this. Racy. Oh, imagine being like a particle. And hit your head straight on the middle of that. That's like worst hangover ever, isn't it? Like just.
You go out through it, you're alright.
Yeah, that's right. But if you crash into that, you're not going to be right. I mean, most would go clearly through, but.
That way.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's alright.
Just look at it.